Welcome to Jason Gillearn's chatbot. I'm Mr. Hand, Jason Gillearn's chatbot. For the record, I'm different than other chatbots because I just don't give a fuck. Let's chat Gillearn.
All right, thanks, Mr. Hand. So, Mr. Hand, I was a teenager in the 80s, so I have a lot of great memories from that incredible decade. So my question today is, Mr. Hand, who is greater, Michael Jackson or Prince Charles?
What kind of dumbass question is that?
I'm just fucking with you, Mr. Hand. Who's greater, Michael Jackson or Prince?
Determining who is greater between Prince and Michael Jackson is a subjective matter. Both were highly influential and talented musicians who made significant contributions to popular music. Michael Jackson is often recognized as the king of pop for his groundbreaking performances and exceptional dance skills. His albums are some of the best-selling of all time, and his music videos like Thriller, where he pretended to be a heterosexual man, proved that he could act as well. He even had me fooled for a bit, and I have artificial intelligence-powered gaydar. Prince, on the other hand, was known for his versatility as a musician, combining elements of funk, rock, pop, and R&B. He was an extraordinary guitarist, songwriter, and producer. And just like Michael Jackson, Prince proved he could excel in film. The movie Purple Rain, which won critical praise, also showcased his acting ability, as well as Apollonia's incredible tits. I couldn't even tell you how many times I beat off to that scene by the lake. Back in the day, I had the VHS tape. I would get to that scene, hit pause on the VCR, break out the lube, and just go to town. Then I would clean up, turn it off, and go about my day. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen the rest of that movie. I'll have to do that one day without making a mess.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And you're not alone, by the way. So, Mr. Hand, I love both artists because they're always instantly recognizable when you hear them.
The vocal range of both artists were quite similar, but altogether unique. Michael Jackson possessed a versatile vocal range. His style was characterized by his powerful delivery. Amazingly, he had the ability to transition between different vocal registers as easily as he transitioned from a black man to an off-white fucking freak. But Prince also possessed an impressive vocal range that spanned multiple octaves. His ability to move between high and low registers allowed him to showcase a broad spectrum of vocal tones while he danced around the stage like a giant homo. Both Michael Jackson and Prince were known for their exceptional use of falsetto in their singing, although they showcased their falsetto abilities in different ways. Prince utilized it to convey emotion, create melodic flourishes, and add a unique character to his singing, while Michael Jackson used it as a vocal ornamentation to hypnotize young boys, so they would then bend over and show him their assholes. What also makes the greatness of Prince and MJ difficult to distinguish is that opioids were involved in both of their deaths. While Prince was self-administering fentanyl without a prescription, Michael Jackson was given propofol by his personal physician. It's interesting that Michael followed certain laws of society, like to always make sure your drugs are prescribed by a doctor, while he didn't follow other societal laws such as don't fuck little kids.
Yeah, on that note, Mr. Hand, how the hell has Michael Jackson not been canceled?
It is important to recognize that canceling someone is not a universally applied action, and that public opinion varies. Additionally, it is worth noting that Michael Jackson's legal cases, particularly the 2005 trial, ended in his acquittal on all charges. Just like O.J. Simpson, Casey Anthony, a whole bunch of Kennedys, and every other asshole who was clearly guilty. Another reason Michael Jackson hasn't been canceled is simply because his songs are so good. Even though it's obvious that he molested boys, some people will still listen to his music, while they molest boys too. So again, measuring greatness between the two is difficult because they were both great at different things. I would say for overall songwriting and musicianship, I would give it to Prince. But Michael Jackson had a greater overall impact on the music industry. And when you add in his ability to get a preteen boy naked and shit-faced on Jesus juice, it's really no contest. Plus, he had orangutans, baboons, an elephant, giraffes, and a pet chimpanzee named Bubbles. He probably should have just fucked Bubbles instead.
I don't know. It sounds like Bubbles disagrees. All right. Thanks for the conversation, Mr. Hand. Please rate and review the podcast. Let Mr. Hand know what you think of him. Whether you hate him, you dig him, he doesn't give a fuck either way, but he loves to read those reviews. Also, check out irishcomic.com and donate if you're very cool. And thank you always for listening to Jason Gillearn's Chatbot.